Tonight, the United Negro College Fund is honoring a very special man on his 60th anniversary in show business. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor, Mr. Sammy Davis, Jr. If there's anybody on the face of the earth who doesn't know who this man is and doesn't know why we're honoring him tonight, perhaps this refresh your memory.
Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether I find a place in this world or never belong, I gotta be me. I gotta be me. The dream that I see makes me what I am. That faraway prize, a world of success, is waiting for me if I need the call. I won't settle down, won't settle for less, as long as there's a chance that I can have it all. I'll go it alone. That's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I gotta be free. I've gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I've gotta be me. I'll go it alone. That's how it must be. I can't be right for somebody else if I'm not right for me. I gotta be free. I just gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I gotta be me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Sinatra.
Thank you for that nice reception, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be here to join in this wonderful celebration for my little friend, who's the best friend I ever had. 60 years. That's a lot of bourbon under the bridge, baby, I tell you that. And I knew that you would amount to something, but I didn't feel that you were going to amount to everything. And he did it all. He really did. Anyway, people are going to say that, they're going to say a lot of nice things about you tonight, Sam. A lot of wonderful adjectives, so that I want to get my licks in before they come out here. And I say, here's to you, Sam. You know I love you. I can't say it any more than that. You're my brother. And you're the greatest. It seems we stood and we talked like this once before. We looked at each other in the same way then. I can't remember where or when. The clothes you're wearing are the clothes that you wore. The smile you're smiling, you were smiling then. I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time, they all seem to be happening once again. And so it seems we have met once before, and then we laughed a lot before, also loved a lot before. But who knows where or when. Good band, good band. Some things that happen for the first time, they all seem to be happening once again. And so it seems we have met once before, and then we laughed a lot before, also loved a lot before. But who knows where? Hey, oh, Thank you. You're very kind. Thank you very much. You want to go on a road with me?
Tonight is a celebration. We're talking about a person who has spent 60 years entertaining the public. Now let's put that into perspective. 60 years ago, Herbert Hoover was the president, and Babe Ruth was the Sultan of SWAT. And the country was in the middle of a Great Depression. Sammy was in a Great Depression of his own. He was 4 and he wasn't a star yet. In 1929, Sammy made his first film with the great Ethel Waters called Rufus Jones for President. Back then, the idea of a black man in the White House was somewhat remote. Booker T. Washington had slept in the White House in 1917 at the invitation of President Wilson. The next black man to sleep in the White House was Sammy Davis Jr. Yes, he did. And it wasn't during a Perry Como concert. It was at the invitation of the President of the United States. And Sammy slept good, too, didn't you, Sammy? He had a deep, all of that was good. And then you slept in Abraham Lincoln's bed, didn't you? Now, even though he's been in the show business for 60 years, Sammy's always stayed one step ahead of what's happening. Sammy was hip when the rest of the world was hip. And he was bad before bad was, good. And when everybody else was getting down, Sammy was getting up. So, I tell you, he slept very well there. No, Sammy's always had an eye for talent, and no pun intended. And here's a talent he's had an eye for. Hey, come on, hey, stop it. Stop that. Here's a talent he's had an eye for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Miss Whitney Houston.
Thank you. Mr. Davis, I'd like to do a song that I have sung many times all over the world. The lyrics mean a great deal to me, but on this occasion, they seem even more appropriate. Each day I live, I want to be a day to give the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart for every gain to taste the sweet. Oh, I face the pain. I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could be. When all of my dreams are a heartbeat away, and the answers are all up to me. Give me one
274-2903. #213 area code. When Sammy started out 60 years ago, there was no television and no video cassettes. Talking pictures had just come to the movies, and it took 4 days to get from New York to California. And Zsa Zsa was only on her second marriage at that time. We now have video cassettes and audio tapes and a means of recording history so that we can look back on great careers like Sammy Davis Jr.'s and see what it was that made a man a phenomenon that he is. And let's look at some of the stuff.
I didn't know about show business and all of that. I was just out with my family. I didn't learn about show business until, I'd say, till I was about 6 or 7, that I was in a business. I thought it was just fun. So I started when I was 3. I won my amateur contest. And right after that, my dad and Will Maston put me in the act singing, "I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal, you." I never went to grade school. I never went to any kind of school at all. We stayed at the black hotels, ate in the black restaurants, socialized with the other blacks within that community because it was part of belonging and feeling comfortable and also part of the legal structure. But then I went into the Army. I was 17 at the time. I was in the first integrated group of infantrymen, and they had never seen a black man do Jimmy Cagney or Jimmy Stewart or any of the popular guys. So I started doing it in the Army when I got with this integrated group. The white guys would laugh and the black guys would look at me like this. When I got out of the Army, the first night we were working at a place called Shep's Playhouse. At the opening night, I step up and I say, "Thank you very much. It's nice to be out of the Army. I got something that my dad and uncle don't know that I can do. We talked about it, but I never got a chance to do it for them. I'm going to do it for you nice folks tonight." I got up to the microphone and I said, "How about Jimmy Stewart?" You know, and I went, "Well, gee whiz, I'd really like to say that it really is a pleasure to be back among my own folk." And well, they went, "Rah!" We got off the stage, people were standing. We got into the dressing room, my father said, "If you ever do that again, I'm going to kill you."
But he did do it again. And as he got bolder and better, his reputation as a world-class entertainer continued to increase. Surely the gods were smiling on him until one night, driving from Las Vegas to Los Angeles, the smiles vanished. In a flaming automobile accident, Sammy lost an eye.
Judy, all young they live for your love and your kids. And furthermore,
But with his flair for theatrical, he converted his misfortune into a stylish prop. He wore the patch for almost a year until a trusted friend convinced him to get rid of it forever. The friend was Frank Sinatra. Frank made Sammy part of his extended family, which included Dean Martin, Joey Bishop, and Peter Lawford. And together, the Rat Pack gave performances in Las Vegas that are talked about to this day.
We are also delighted to have in our audience the brightest man in the political world in this country or any other country today, Senator John Kennedy from the great state of Massachusetts. Yeah, Jack. Follow that, Joey.
You son of a gun, you got the Jewish vote.
I knew that, but I couldn't say it.
What was his last name again?
Their success only added to Sammy's solo career.
If I get a hit record or I get a good movie, that's gravy. My main suit is concerts, nightclubs, going on around the world entertaining, being a variety artist. That's what I am. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. In worn-out shoes, silver hair, ragged shirt, and baggy pants. Bojangles is special because I hated the song, because I was afraid to do it, because that's my fear. Then I'll wind up like Bojangles.
He could jump so high. Man, he could jump real high. And then he'd lightly touch down.
When I do that number, some nights I get so hung up in it. One night in Vegas, I said, oh my God,
Well, I was
that's me. I'm projected. That's how I'll be when I'm 70 years old, man. I'll still be working. I'll be working little joints. And I'll talk about what I used to be. And that'll be the end of it. Talked of life.
talked of life, laughed, slapped his leg a step. He said I dance now at every chance.
And the honky tonks for my drinks and tips. For most of the time I spend behind the county bars. You see, son, I drinks a bit. That man, that culmination of different black performers, minstrels that I've known, performers who got hooked on junk, who got wiped out by alcohol, got wiped out by a changing of times. I've seen them disappear, great dancers.
That's Mr. Bojangles. Call me Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles. I come back and dance, 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 dance.
You can't please everybody. You know, but you please the majority, and don't ever let them say, gee, I didn't like the performance. That doesn't mean everybody's going to like what you're doing, but at least they'll be able to say, he performed for me, man. He gave his all.
Damn, that man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Clint Eastwood.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here tonight to honor a great entertainer and a great friend. When I was running for mayor in Carmel, Sammy offered to come all the way up there and hug my opponent. There are many other things about Sammy Davis that are not common knowledge. And at one point, Sammy was a world-class quick draw artist. When I was trying to make something of myself in spaghetti westerns, Sammy was at home practicing the art of the quick draw. He said if they ever start making chitlin westerns, he was going to be ready. So as everything Sammy does, he went all out. He got himself the best equipment, silver mother-of-pearl handle long barrel Colt pistols, hand-tooled leather, and a Gucci holster, real silver bullets. And here's an excerpt from a BBC special done in the 60s, and this will give you an idea why you should never mess with this guy in a shootout.
As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied a young cowboy wrapped up in white rain. Shucks, I wouldn't put it on unless I was good at it. You see, single action means like, unless you have the modern revolver, they can fire this way.
by just pressing the trigger. With the old-fashioned Western gun, you had to cock the gun first and then fire, so that in essence, when you go for the fast draw, the gun is actually cocked while it's in the holster, like so. See, it's cocked here. You pull out and then fire. Of course, you must be careful that when you do this, you don't do that. Or you'll find out immediately why Chester walks with a limp. You see.
Sammy is one of those few stars who are recognized by just one name. Sammy, Frank, Liza, Dean, Arsenio. And here's another one, Goldie Hawn.
Thank you. When I was first starting out in show business, I was, oops, what's this? I was living in New York, and I was a dancer, and I auditioned for everything that came along. I even auditioned for Golden Boy, but I didn't get it. That's okay. I did meet a choreographer, however, and one day he gave me a call, and he told me that Sammy was throwing a big party at the Rainbow Room, and he was looking for go-go dancers, and that, well, to liven things up if I would like to do that. So I said, well, yeah, I'd love to do that. So called my girlfriend, and I got all dressed up in my little nothings and fringe things and put on my makeup, and I went to this great party. Now, I was up on this little platform, and very little, and the music went nonstop, and I don't think that I ever danced so hard before or since. And at the end of the evening, Mr. Davis himself came up to me and he thanked me personally with all these other people around for being so good and working so hard, and that no one had ever said that to me before then, and I just went home, I felt like $1,000,000. And years later, I was doing Larkin. And Sammy was a guest on the show, and at rehearsal he walked over, and I thought to myself, is he going to remember me? And he said, I remember you. You're that girl who danced at my party at the Rainbow Room, and you were terrific. And, well, Sammy, I don't know how many hundreds of times you've made people feel special in your lifetime, but you can put me down for 2. When I think of you, I think of me. And there's something about you and I'm reminded about us when I think of this poem that I learned about children. And I think these kids are a little bit like you and me. It goes like this. Here's to the kids who are different. The kids who don't always get A's. The kids who have ears twice the size of their peers, and noses that go on for days. Here's to the kids who are different, the kids they call crazy and dumb, the kids who aren't cute and don't give a hoot, who dance to a different drum. Here's to the kids who are different, the kids with a mischievous streak, for when they have grown, as history's shown, it's their difference that makes them unique. You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged, oh, I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it all, and the darkness inside you makes you feel so small, but I see your true colors shining through. Your true colors are beautiful, like a rainbow, like a rainbow, like a rainbow.
Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight champion of the world, Mr. Mike Tyson.
All I do. Okay. All right, stay tuned for more of the Sammy Davis Jr. tribute, honoring the one heavyweight I would never dare step into the ring with. Sammy, you're a true undefeated champ.
Oh, wait. I think Mike can do a little better than that. Mike?
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to read this. This may be disastrous. Okay. Stay tuned for more of the Sammy Davis Jr. tribute, honoring the one heavyweight I would never dare step into the ring with. Sammy, you are truly the undefeated champion.
The producers of the show was hoping you'd have a little more feeling of more Mike, a little bit more Mike Tyson, more Mike Tysonism, like.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sammy and I would like